Somebody was asking me if we have a Washingtonia palm. We do have a Washingtonia palm. Here's one of our Washingtonias right here, seed grown, and it's growing. Of course, you have to throw it in the basement for the winter time, otherwise it freeze to death. They're not a long-term palm here. I've seen them, I did a write-up one time in Hardy Palm International Journal back in the 1990s where one was outside for 8 winters on our island. It was actually starting to get a pretty good sized trunk. It would get pretty beat up. I think it was a filibusta, Washingtonia filibusta, obviously from good seed source. And I think it made the journal twice. I had one of the Palm Society members come over from Vancouver, check it out. He couldn't believe it. And it was featured in there, I believe, twice in Hardy Palm International, the Journal of the Pacific Northwest Palm and Exotic Plant Society. And my friend sold the place, and the new people actually cut it down. They didn't like it because it looked pretty beat up after winter, but it always refoliate. Even the fronds were looking like kind of like this. And they cut the thing down, man. But it actually had a really nice sized trunk on it, and I still actually have some of those journals. So anyway, if you do protect them in the winter time, if they're less hardy seed source, you can get them through the winter pretty easily. But they grow big, fast, and it's just not my thing. I've experimented with lots of them over the years. And no, this one's in a pot. And like I say, just chuck it into a cool basement over winter and it does just fine. So there it is. There's a Washingtonia palm tree right there. All right, Washingtonia robusta, or Flifera's got more cotton in it. This one actually could be a Flifera too. So anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers to you. Washingtonia Flifera is the California fan palm. Washingtonia robusta is the sky duster or Mexican fan palm. Flifera is hardy or more cold hardy, but likes drier conditions. This one here, I've seen big ones down on the southern Oregon coast, 40 feet of trunk on them. So they do grow in the North Pacific, but southern Oregon coast, that's where you're going to see them, mature ones with no protection. And even in Seattle, there's been a few that have survived for years. Edmonds, Washington, I think there was one for 20 years up against a building by a vent at a hospital. And eventually, I think it did succumb to bad freeze. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. And plant these things in full sun. They're happier. Cheers from the Gulf Islands, North Pacific.